Hi traders, in today's video I will talk about stagflation and what is stagflation, because if you already know, we are living in a world where there are crisis situations everywhere, and there will be crisis situations everywhere along the way, and we will have major superpowers go bankrupt, and of course small nations, a bunch of them, will go bankrupt, and we will have food crisis, energy crisis, and just a human crisis overall, and just, in my opinion, a full global recession, because now the world is not local at all, and the COVID-19 showed it in a very precise way how global is the economy and how we are depending on each other in a way that is just completely unique in the history of mankind. And so, you know, I bought this milk, and while I was away traveling the world, this milk's price went up by 70%. And I was away for 6 months at the maximum. And so it is so interesting to me that here in my hometown, this global crisis is this obvious, that basically a very basic item like milk in a country, in a region where milk is an essential product, the price is like almost doubled, almost 100% inflation in the milk price, and of course in the bread price too, and in almost every item, every food item. And it is just so crazy that it is already started like this, and it is just the beginning. So now I just want to talk about stagflation while I drink this milk while I can, because there will be times when you can't buy a liter of milk for a month's salary. So, you know, we have to live while we are alive, and we can live a life where we can drink milk. Let's start. Now, what is stagflation? Stagflation is a unique kind of recession, where recession is paired with high inflation. And so it is basically, as researchers usually refer to it, it is the worst of both worlds, because it is not just a recession, it is also an extremely high inflation. And so it causes problems that are just too much to handle, and many countries are going bankrupt when these things are happening. Stagflation hit the United States back in the 70s and the 80s, for example, and now we are at the middle of the most brutal stagflation that ever happened. And so it basically means that the unemployment rates is of course rising. It will skyrocket, and because the inflation is so high, the general public's demand for goods and services will be much, much lower. And this will, of course, cause more and more unemployment, because those entrepreneurs and small businesses will go bankrupt, because people don't want to buy their goods and don't want to buy their services. And this is a chain reaction when there will be a full-blown crisis and a situation where the governments basically will just give you like bread tickets, like in the like back in the day, because there were just shortages in every section of the markets. And one key sign that you can take a look at to know if it's stagflation or just inflation is the energy prices. And energy prices now are just skyrocketed. It is mind-blowing how expensive is now to like heat or to like drive a car and stuff in Europe. And now it started to show in the United States as well, but Europe hit in a completely different dimension, because energy prices are, and in like low income and European countries where the average salary is like 300 euros a month, energy prices are crazy. They are like $3 per liter of gas, and not a gallon of gas, like a liter. So it is completely insane. And this is what causes this brutal stagflation, and of course the food shortages, and that the food prices are just skyrocketing. And it is so sad to see that so many countries from the post-Soviet era and stuff, they started to do a little bit better, and now this crisis will hit the entire continent, and in fact almost the entire world, because now, as I said in the beginning of the video, there are not really a thing like a local market and stuff, because the entire world is connected. Of course, aside the North Sentinel Island and some Amazon tribes that could remain like untouched by civilization, and you know, but they wouldn't really boost the GDP anyway, because they don't use commercial products, and they don't boost the GDP because they don't really add to, you know, this whole product driven world and consumer driven world, and the world where you are, if you don't consume, you are basically a threat to society and to the government. So forget them, but all of the other parts of the world will suffer. And I hope that this will bring something good to the future, but I don't know, maybe I am pessimistic, maybe I am just too good at analyzing the data, but I am not that optimistic as people are in general. When I just analyze all the data in an algorithmic way and in a fundamental way, I see that it will be completely insane. And maybe Albert Einstein was right, that after the Third World War, the Fourth World War will be fought by sticks and rocks over again, because there will be no like modern civilization left and electricity, internet or anything, but just cavemen, you know, running around naked with sticks and rocks. And so, in my opinion, nowadays, it seems like an idea that is not that crazy anymore. If we just can't solve the problems that we have. And another thing that is just really, really insane to me is that, you know, we talked about these climate change related stuff and how we will stop it and we will use just renewable energy. Now, the energy prices are so crazy, we will just bring back all the worst fuel to generate electricity and heating in the winter in the cold places in North America and Europe. And so I think this recession and this war between Ukraine and Russia will hit the earth in a major way, and it is a bit sad, but it is just a reality. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel, because that will allow me to do more videos in this crazy world. Ciao.